It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Hello, I'm so excited that this is our episode of Dr. Sarah After Dark for the Divas That Care Network. I am so excited to have for our guest today. And of course, I know her as Sandra. But Sandra, will you tell us your name, where you represent, where you're from, because I know that the world is so excited to know more about you.
Hello, Dr. Sarah, and thanks for having me.
Sure.
My name is Ajoavi Adenka Sakonu. I'm from West Africa, Togo, living in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Yes, well, that is quite a change from West Africa to Virginia Beach, Virginia. So can you give us just a little bit about you, your history, growing up, your childhood? We really, at Dr. Sarah After Dark, we really like to give our audiences an introspective view of what is behind the person. And we all go through things, different challenges in life. So just share with us, your history, your background, whatever you're comfortable with.
I'm just like everybody, born with my own parents, but at age of 2, I was moved out from my parents. They gave me away at age of 2. And I grew up with a different family, thinking it's your own family until you grow up and started knowing more about who you are. And that's how I grew in Togo. My grandparents are from Benin, Cotonou, and my mom as well, my dad, and but they migrate in Togo, and that's where I was born and grew up in another village called Togoville, which gave the name to Togo, the place I call home today. And they are the family who embraced me and taught me how to be a woman that I am today. And I am grateful, even though it was a bad thing for giving a child away. And that's what pushed me when I started knowing more about what happened to me and how everything happened. How can I use my voice today to let parents out there that giving your child away is not a good thing, because it's another type of slavery that or trafficking that we never talk about, because they think it's okay. They think it's okay when you have your parents alive, but you couldn't see them, you don't even know them. And for you, you grew up with a family who you call your own, your mom, your dad, until you turn an age and see your name different than your friend, your family that you call family, and you want to know, but no one can tell you. Even you ask your parent, they can't tell you why. My biological mom came here in Virginia Beach. I finally embraced them with love. And I applied for green card. She got her green card and she came here. And I asked her that simple question, but she couldn't answer. But my biological father told me that he saw something in me that if I grew up with them, I wouldn't have. And giving me away will give me the opportunity to develop what I have inside me. So that's how I grew up. And
yes. So a lot of children are adopted and they're raised by different families. And I have always wanted to know more about that experience. So when you discovered that this was not your biological family, what types of emotions did you have when you found that out?
When I find that out, to tell you the truth, my aunt is my dad's sister. Um, it was fine because I was that warrior ever since I started knowing who I am, and I just want to succeed. I always want to be the best.
Yeah.
I always want to come out. Even it was a lot of challenges because I'm that little girl who always a fighter. And when you hear those same people raising you, telling you you are a waste of time, you're not gonna grow up to be anything. And it's another type of challenge that you're gonna say, okay, I'll prove them wrong. And it's something that so many people never see. That when somebody says something to you, how can I turn those negativities to be powerful, to be positive, and that you can use to empower somebody one day. When I started doing all this, I remember when I turned 15, and the woman in me was shut down, and instead of protecting me, yes, the men were there for me. They protected me and did the right thing by doing what a parent's supposed to do. May my dad rest in peace, and he did the right thing, being from a royal family, and he was there and take all the necessary precautions and what he can do. And but the women, what did they do? Nothing. Instead, they abused the young girl in me, and all I can hear is, we are gonna beat you until the thing you were carrying is aborted. And I was like bruises all over my body. And I'm like, wow, why are they doing this to me? If I'm their daughter, are they gonna maltreat me this way? And I went to my knees after from 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. Imagine two women lock you in a room beating you. And I was like, wow, bruises all over my body. And I turned after and I said, God, if you change my situation, I will be forever grateful. Because that time I only have one top and one wrapper. I don't even remember if I had an underwear on. I'm telling you, I waited until people don't want their clothes. But you are pregnant and you don't even have food to eat, but you are living with people who you call family. And that's when I was like, help me, Father
And,
Lord.
and so you were considered to be royalty, but you were treated in such a destitute manner, and you were locked in the room, and they would beat you consistently, and you cried out to God, even at that age, and you said, if I survive this, I'm going to be a warrior, and I'm going to overcome this. And so really in your darkness, you were questioning. Did you ever have a time in your life where you questioned God? Did you question, like, why me? Because a lot of times when something happens, it's a human instinct to say, why me? Why me? So did you ever in those moments ask, why am I treated different? I'm supposed to be royalty. I should be treated better than this. I should be at least given food to eat. So did you ever have a moment where you question yourself? You question God? You question, why me?
No, that time because I was so young.
Okay.
What did I know? I'm still that young girl, full of vision, full of passion, and all I wanted that time is I want to eat. I was hungry. I want clothes to wear, but how can I fight it? I can't fight because there is no left to turn, no right to turn. Because when you turn, everybody is the same people who are abusing you. So you have to find a way to get out. And I had to be patient and put my mind together, and I did. After the baby was born, I was like sleeping on the floor for a couple months or weeks, and I said, this needs to stop. This needs to stop. I don't know how, but I'm just gonna play this rude child. And I did. I packed my stuff and I went back to the village. And I said, I'd rather die with those who they gave me to than dying with their children who don't even know the value of a human. And I went back to the village and they turned my parents against me, my aunt against me, but my dad was there. He's always there for me. Then a few months, the baby turned 3 months, and I'm like, I went to my dad, I said, I'm going back to school, but I don't know how. I don't have money, I don't have anything, but I'll go back to school. Because something kept telling me that I have to change the situation, not for me anymore, but for the baby that I'm carrying need to have a better future.
Yes, right.
That's how I just made it, continue trying, continue back. Never give up. I never give up, and I was that girl till now. Even though I faced so many challenges, the challenge and the what keeps me going is the promise that I made to God that moment that if you change my situation, you make me be a better person, and you give me food that I need. I'll feed, I'll clothe, I'll put a roof on people's head, which I continue doing. And let's say in this house I am, when we bought this house, I had more than 15 people who passed through my hand here in Virginia Beach. And I put some in the militaries, and some of them are today in this country with their citizenship, and they are doing different things. Something I never talk about because it's a promise. Not everything, put it out there.
So I noticed that I'm aware of some of your initiatives, and I've seen where you now return and you go back to your homeland and you do all these wonderful things. So can you share like some of the programs and initiatives you've done between the U.S. and Africa?
What I do is I finally founded this organization called Speaker for a Change. The reason behind the Speaker for a Change is like what we have said from the beginning. It's not everybody who is brave, who is courageous enough to fight, to speak. So we who have the courage, who have the voice to do it, why not represent those whose voices are suppressed? That's why I founded the Speaker for a Change. And for me, that time I was going through domestic abuse myself, and everything was me. But later on, I'm like, okay, now it's time for you to use this platform more. And I started going, I began from Nigeria, and I went there with a group, and we did very good. Now I'm in Togo doing the thing that I'm gonna do with the children, the girls, even the men, because I'm a mother of three boys myself. I can't protect women only without protecting boys and men. So
exactly. Right.
Speaker for a Change.
That's interesting that you would bring that up, because a lot of the programming that we see and a lot of initiatives are about us women and girls, but the little boys, what about them? They are lost, they're hurt, they're abused. They have hurts and emotions that need to be healed. And I think that's wonderful that you are not only seeking to help women and young girls, but you're also thinking about the boys as well. So in connection to, I noticed that you are recently certified in health, fitness, and nutrition. So a lot of times, our bodies, we expect so much from our bodies, but we don't want to do the right things. We don't want to exercise. We don't want to eat right. We don't want to. But we want our body to show up for us every day.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know that it's a complicated relationship when someone has been abused and had a history of trauma and how they treat their body. Because initially their body was mistreated, so they in turn will continue to mistreat their body. But instead, you decided that even though I've survived trauma, I'm going to take that trauma and I'm going to use it in a healthy way. So can you talk to us about your health and nutrition background, what you do, your certification, and how that can help individuals that have suffered some type of trauma?
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Sarah, for this question. For this one, it's a long journey because I've been twice stroke survivor, and I had a Bell's palsy. My face was out, and one eye was blind. I can't see, and I have diverticulitis, colon inflammation. I had ovarian cancer removed, but being everything was growing, and each time I go to the hospital, the doctors look at me and say, how old are you? And when I give them my age, they're like, you're too young, and why are you going through all this? Because I was so stressed, I can't talk. Things were happening, but who to run to? Everybody that you're gonna run to, they're gonna judge you. And I put myself out there a long time that I don't have a mother, I don't have a father. So my children represent my father, my sister, my uncle for me. So I don't have anybody. They were so young. Who can I talk to? And I kept everything inside me. Who was damaging me, but I never knew that keeping it was my problem until I discovered and I said, enough is enough. Then I started boxing. The boxing was what made me this woman today. Boxing releases everything out of me. Then I was like, okay, if I can do it and see healing, why not continue in this process? And I started cutting things that I used to eat, how I used to control how I used to be angry. Now I have to control my anger because the road that I'm taking, I have to listen and I have to know how to deliver. And the moment to receive and work on it is what I did. And I always love to be in a quiet environment so that I can know how to re-guide myself. And those things helped me today. And my son said, Mom, since you love this, why not think of doing more? Because you're always in the kitchen videoing, telling people to be healthy. Why not take more process that will give you the knowledge to give more? Then I'm like, this boy is right. And that's how I did. And today I'm happy that I can help more. And I encourage anyone out there who will listen to say that it's never too late. I am a mother of 5, being a victim of domestic abuse, and I fight it alone. Even though I was rejected in everywhere that I go, even though they say everything is possible, where we are, it's not for some people. If you don't know what you want, you can ask for it. That's what happened to me. I don't know how to fight for it, but now I know where to go, how to fight for it, because each time somebody want to let me down, the same place they took me to be judged, the judge or somebody out there defend me and tell me what to do. So I learned from all that, and that's what brought me to be this and continue fighting. It's not over yet until I see victory and smile on everybody's faces out there and say, she made it and I made it. So through her, I have the power to do my own.
Yes. And so seeing you as an example that she made it and I can do that too, that you were able to move from a victim to being a victor. And now you're not just taking all this knowledge and holding it to yourself, being a mother of 5 and having survived childhood trauma, abuse, and then domestic violence, and having to basically make your own way. And this is not your birth country. And a lot of people, they tend to not understand or acknowledge that that's a whole different struggle within itself. You had to learn the language. You had to learn the ways of how the United States operates and how we do things as Americans, and get past that challenge. And learning how to navigate all the resources and help yourself. And so now you've reached back and you're helping other people. So I know that you have so many wonderful things that you are continuing to do. So how can, if individuals wanted to support you or follow you or get in touch with you, how can we do that?
That's a good question, Dr. Sarah, and thanks for asking that. We have for the Speaker for a Change, we have the website as www.speakerforachange.org. They can go, we have the link of the paper, or they can message you if they want to and ask more. I'll give you more of my stuff. And bring them out of hidings is the one that represents men. And we have the website is empowerthevoiceless.com. Empowerthevoiceless.com. And for the fitness is the warriormindsetfitness.com. Everything is in process, and everything that I put out there always coincide with something that someone is going through. They can't say anything. So when you read and hear the name, it's always drag you to know what the person is doing, because it's not for me. I receive it. That's why I put it out there. Everything that I do, and I'm a writer, nothing comes from me. It's always some powerful. And they say, when they say you are blessed, yes, I know that it's possible and it's real. And I'm seeing it in me today. And for the donation, yes, we give clothes, we give food. I always ship food. I have a lot here right now. They're gonna pick up, and I have a lot of clothes that people donated. And we, like the COVID-19, we distribute food and equipment to the family, women. Every Christmas, I always buy our wrappers because I needed those wrappers. That time, no one couldn't give it to me. So it's my responsibility to dress a woman. It's my responsibility to clothe a woman who needs somebody to cover herself. And we give pad, we give shampoo, deodorizer, anything that can make a woman beautiful, to bring her inside out. So we do all that, and we go to the hospitals, because when a woman have a child, we need food. Because I was that woman who didn't have a food to feed my child. My breast was dry, no milk because I wasn't eating. How can I help a woman who have a child to eat, to have a milk so that she can breast her child? We do that as well. And we are building a school for one of the village, because the kid, they don't have school. And I promise them by the end of the year, before the school starts, they're gonna have their school, and I'm gonna send you that photo as well. And we are in the process. Yes, I'm a single mom. Been doing this by myself now. I think that I need help. And anybody who can help. And the same village, they didn't have water. And we do have the water for them now, so they can have access. Let's continue growing, building those who can build or who cannot have access. We who have the access, even it's $1. I didn't have anything, and I can't even explain you how I'm doing it. I benefit myself over here, but God always say, because you ask, I'm gonna do it for you at the right time. So
yes, This today has just been so empowering and uplifting, and just the whole idea of having a warrior mindset is just an amazing affirmation for us to have each day, because every day in the life of a woman is a fight. We fight domestic violence, we fight our insecurities, we fight rejection, we fight abuse, we fight betrayal, we fight career disadvantages. We fight each other.
Yes,
But if
ma'am.
we can somehow have a warrior mindset, and that we tap into our own spirituality and our own strength, and then it's like myself, I had to overcome a lot of challenges, and that's why I love the platform Dr. Sarah After Dark, because it gives me an opportunity to connect with warriors like yourself that
Thank
are also doing the same thing, and doing an awesome job of showing that we can make the world a better place. We
Yes.
can work together, we can love each other, we can support each other, and it doesn't take anything away from us. And
Yes.
I am just so proud of you. And anybody that wants to donate, they can go to your websites, they can follow you on social media, and then of course, or they can get in touch with me at iamdrsarahwilliams.com, and that's my website. You can follow me on Instagram at drsarah.w. That's DRSARAH.w. Thank you so much, Sandra, for being here today. I do
Can I
hope
say
that you will come
something?
back and do a second show and follow up and let
Can
me
I
know.
say something, doctor, please?
Sure.
I forgot this part. Recently I purchased a land because when I went home, I saw so many girls. This girl particularly remember my 15. She's pregnant, rejected, like I was, and no one. So it touched me, so I bought a land, and I wanted to build a home to those girls and women who they took their home, like myself. In Africa, when your husband is dead, some family can take your home and you become a homeless with your children. How
Oh,
can I embrace those women and those girls? Because if a mother is abused, it's the entire home. So the land is already purchased. How can I start? It's gonna be my big goal, so we can build the homes and the school, so they can have something, even it's the learning center inside the home, so that everything is gonna be inside, because it's a big land that we bought. So it's a big project that I have, and I'm gonna put it soon on the website so people can have
yeah,
access and
yeah.
read more about it.
Please put it on your website, and let's, all my followers and everyone listening, let's help Sandra build that home. Let's help make things better for someone, even if we never meet them, even if they are across the water or across the globe. They're still our sisters and brothers. We're all family. We really are. And
Thank
I'm
you.
just so delighted that I can be a part of this awesome process. And
Thank
I'm so thankful that you came today. And Dr. Sarah After Dark is here to bring light to darkness, to help us move forward, onward, and upward. Thank you so much, Sandra. Have a
Thank
wonderful
you.
day. God bless
Thanks
you.
for having me. Bless you too, ma. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.